This video was made possible by the EA Creator Network. Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are going to be going through every single item, every single swatch that came with the Sims 4 Life and Death expansion pack, and that includes Debug. But before we get into it, I did want to mention that you're going to see my name popping around the screen throughout this video. That is something that is part of this early access software, and with that, the software is not final, so you might see some things that are not in the final version of the game. Also, if you're thinking about buying the Life and Death expansion pack, please consider using my code Gryphi at checkout. You just enter it when purchasing on the EA app and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just a way to support me as a creator. So thank you in advance if you decide to use my code, and thank you to EA for sponsoring this portion of the video. Anyway, this is a room I put together. You probably recognize it from the thumbnail. I always create some sort of room for the thumbnail, kind of showcasing some of the items in the game. And these are some of my favorites. I think they are so beautiful. There's a new kitchen set and a few new beds and a bunch of different items, but we're gonna actually create a different room now and go through all of the items and all of the swatches associated. Create like a massive room over here. All right, I filled it with some saucer lights, and I think we're actually gonna start with the wallpapers. And there are 10 new wallpapers. We have this beautiful ornate skull wallpaper, skulls with authority. And all of these have a variety of swatches, and they're surprisingly not all black and red, and I'm very happy about that. There's some really fun colors in here and some basics black and white as you would expect, some really nice dark reds, and this green is beautiful. We also have the patterned and perilous paneling. Oh, that's really pretty. I love the gold down here, and I just feel like there's a lot of depth in this wallpaper. We also have this beautiful dark brown swatch, another brown, beautiful pink, solid black, a white, another blackish gray, a red and pink, and a green. Here is the paneling without the wallpaper on top. I believe it should come in all of those same colors. Yeah, these are really pretty. I feel like I'm gonna get a decent amount of use out of these in some of my fancier builds. They're different than the panelings we already have in the game, and the swatches are really good. I'm really liking the pinks. Of course, are all black and all white. Next, we have this wallpaper that looks to have some crows or ravens on it, and it is so pretty. Look at the moon. Ooh, and the different swatches have different patterns. So this one has some owls and skulls on it. So does that one. It's cool to see the different patterns across this. So we have those birds again on this one. Oh, wow. This brown one is gorgeous. And so is the blue. Ooh, another wallpaper. This looks to be a moth or a butterfly. Very nice pattern. Once again, that pink is gorgeous, and so is this green. Got it in a nice black, and then the owls in a black and brown. I believe that's it for like the primarily indoor wallpapers. The rest of these can go either way. We have the sinister stones with corner accent. We have this piece here. You can see it in a variety of colors. Very nice. Always nice to get some more like stones and bricks like this in the game. And I'm glad it comes in a version without the corner piece as well, since that can be finicky. So we have like the same thing here with all of the same swatches that would match up over here. So like you can't tell the difference over here, but if you layer it over that way, you can see it doesn't have the corner piece. We also have catacomb stones. Those are really nice. I feel like we don't have enough stones in the game, so I'm definitely happy to see some more options here. Yeah, I really like these. Got some plain ones, blacks and whites. That's nice. This one has some green tones in it. So it's that one. Next up is the curious concrete layers. This is a really interesting wallpaper. I'm not sure we have anything like this in the game. I don't think we do, and we have a really pretty pink. And then this darker, dustier pink that we've been seeing. I feel like this will work really nicely on the exterior of homes in place of shingles, or not shingles, paneling. I think it's got some really solid colors here. Oh, that orange is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that one. These next two I think are really cool. We have the curious concrete and the corroded concrete. So we have a regular version here and then a like dirty version of the same wallpaper in all of the same associated colors, which is very, very nice. Like that to that, love that. I love building rundown things, so I'm very excited to have another wallpaper that works very well for that sort of idea. And it's got some really nice swatches. That orange, pink, I really like this one. And knowing that you have clean swatches of all of those as well is very nice. Moving on to the flooring, we only have one, but it is gorgeous. This is the Phantasmal Parquet, and need I say more? Look at that wood flooring. It's got some beautiful wood swatches, some nice browns. This one's got more of a red undertone to it. We have a black, a white, more gray, another one that has a very red undertone, a beautiful green, orangey tones, a proper gray, this brown, a more yellowy wood, and then a more bleached wood. I think these ones are gorgeous. I actually extend the height of these walls so we can show off all of the doors. And our first one is this one here, which I think is so nice because it's a worn wood door. You can see all of the wear and tear on this. This is going to be perfect for your rundown homes, your older style homes. I think this is just such a welcome addition. My only complaint is I wish it was a 1-tile door instead of a 2-tile door, just because it doesn't fit in as tight of spaces, but I still really, really love this one. Next we have At Death's Less Gilded Door and At Death's Door. So we have two versions. One is a little bit fancier than the other. And of course, they'll have slightly different swatches because of that, the gold trim on the outside. I love the details though I really love the details on this though. The engraving, it's so pretty. And once again, the colors on these are just gorgeous. I love the color palette they went for in this particular pack, especially the pinks and the greens. That was kind of an unexpected one for me, but I really like it. There's also a double door that's at Death's Door, and these are all of the swatches, pretty much the same ones we saw before, but they're a little bit more worn, so you can see that wear and tear towards the bottom of the door. The Eerie Elegance double door. This is a massive one, and here are all of our swatches, and it looks like we have the worn down versions as well, which I really, really like. I just love when The Sims gives us stuff like that. We have a taller double door, which should match the shorter one we have over there with all of the same swatches. It does. It's pretty. I really like this one. And then lastly, an even eerier Elegance double door, which is the same one, but in a taller wall height with all of the same swatches. Moving on to windows. This is going to take a while, I feel. Let's actually go to the outside here to look at these. This one, gorgeous. I love when we have a window that is more three-dimensional like this. This is so beautiful. This is the Grand Scarylicious window. Love the name. And these are our swatches. A lot more like stones here, but of course there are some wear and tear on these as well, and some beautiful painting work over in the corners. And some of the windows are actually broken, which I think is a really cool detail. Window of the Undead. The names of these are just great. Taller Reflection of the Soul. Even Taller Everlasting Window. Like, so good. So looking at this one, very similar to the first one with these swatches, a lot of stone with some accent colors and some cracked windows, which is very, very nice. Same thing should be on this one as well. It's just got different details on it. It's a very different shaped window, and we don't have anything like this in the game yet, so I'm really happy to get them. And I, once again, just love this pink swatch. This window, though, I am so excited about. There's a shorter version as well, and these are beautiful greenhouse windows. And the metal is very much rusted all over it, which is so cool. And these have broken swatches as well. They look so amazing. I feel like I'm going to use these so much. I just recently did a build with a greenhouse and I really wish I had these. But then again, I don't know if I'm going to finish that before or after this video comes out. So maybe I'll swap them out. But so pretty. These would be so perfect for the greenhouse in the house from Coraline. Next, we have the Grim Poster Secret, which is a very tiny wooden window. And really the only one that looks like this in the pack. I like it. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it, but I do really like it. And of course, all of the broken glass is a nice addition. Curved diamond window and don't be a square. Beautiful stonework on this as well. I love the like sideways plumb bobs down there. And of course, all of the same colors that we've been seeing throughout the rest. And some of them don't have the plumb bobs on the bottom, which is nice as well to have a simpler version. Don't be square. Just this pink. Something about it I think looks so nice. And of course, the stone on the outside matches the swatch I have of the wallpaper right now. So that looks nice. We have versions here that have some mold and grime growing on them, which is really cool. And of course, a plain white and a plain black. Painted rectangular window. The Skinny Legend. Love that. Breath of Life. Grimtastic arched window, which I believe, yeah, this is the shorter version of this one over here. So we've already seen those swatches, but we have one for our shorter wall heights. And then we have the crow's arched window, and lastly, the reflection of the soul. So let me just extend this room ever so slightly so we can take a peek at these last few windows. They should have all of the same swatches we've been coming to expect here, but it's nice to just kind of go over them real quick. This one's really interesting, the shape on the outside of it. I feel like it could blend in very nicely with certain stones. And of course, I love the really worn down and broken versions as well. This one's got those painted pieces. Wow, that one? gorgeous. I feel like this is going to work actually really well with the Castle Estate kit. I could see these blending in nicely with that one. Overall, very impressed with these windows. I feel like they're going to be ones I don't use super often, but they are stunning and I'm going to be really excited every time I get the chance to. And this is our last one with all of the same swatches, and I'm just blown away by the aging on them. I think they're so beautiful. We do have a new roof pattern, so I'm just going to draw out a roof here real quick. We actually have two. We have the gloomy weathered tile roof, which looks like this. It's got a variety of some nice swatches here. I really like this one. Got some darker ones, a green, a gray, nice white, and a black. And then we got a new glass roof for some greenhouses. I love how old and weathered this looks with all of the rust on it and the colors we have for the different panes. I think this is really, really pretty. I'm going to switch back to the other one real quick though, so I can show off some of our new roof pieces. The dilapidated holes. You can now put holes in your roofs. These just kind of snap to the angle of the roof, so you can adjust and put them on whatever roof you want. I think these are so cool. They do come in some swatches here, so you can try and make it blend in as best you can. I think this one works really well for that color, but different sizes, and you can also put them on the floor. So outside it doesn't make a lot of sense, but like in a building to make it look like you can see underneath the floor. I think it's a really cool addition. We also got these Victorian arrow roof crests, so you can kind of put these at the top of your roofs, kind of line them up across the top however you'd like, and then there's pinnacles for the ends. So you can just grab those as well. And these have a variety of metal swatches that are different levels of rusted, which is quite nice. That just feels so realistic to me. Always happy to get more roof decorations. We also got a chimney that matches these roof shingles, and it comes in all of the matching swatches to match all of the different roof shingles. And then there's an Eerie Elegance parapet. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's just a decorative roof piece. It's very pretty. And these are our swatches. We have some golds coming in there. We have some weathering going on, and we got the pink and the green, and just a nice piece. Moving on, we did get one new staircase, and I am so happy to finally have a really nice stone staircase. I feel like this is something that's been missing in the game, so I'm very excited about it. It's got some nice swatches as well. I wish some of them were slightly darker in color, but they are very nice. And we do have a black, as well as more of a white, and quite a few like cream colors. There's two new railings to go on the stairs. The stair rail of ruin, which looks like this. It's definitely an older one. I feel like this would be great for haunted or abandoned houses. It's got a variety of beautiful swatches here, lots of wood tones. They match the flooring that I already showed off. So very nice. And then we also have the Eerie Elegance stair rail, which is a much bulkier stone railing. And of course, this one goes very nicely with the actual staircase, whereas the other one I feel like is more so for other stairs, but they're both really nice. And of course, I like the worn versions a little bit more. I don't know if you also like building things that are a little bit more worn down or run down in the game. We have 4 new fences that were added. One that matches the railing we just saw, one that matches the rundown railing, an iron fence that's much taller, and a short straw-covered fence that looks like this. And I'll just quickly go through our swatches here. Got a nice brown, it's like grayish tone. We have a white, black, red, pretty much all of the wood tones that we've seen already. This is cute. I've never used anything like this before, so nice new addition to the game. The stone one is going to have the same versions that the railing had. So those all matched quite nicely. Got the worn versions, very pretty. And of course a black as well as a white. My personal favorite one is right here. Lovely swatches. I definitely think I'm going to be using this one a lot. I'm very excited to build some more rundown things, some abandoned homes, some haunted houses. Very on theme for this pack. Just overall a nice fence. And then lastly, the Eerie Elegance. I think this one's beautiful. I feel like this is perfect for like around your cemetery or a vampire house or something like that. Maybe if you build a space for Grim to live, this could work quite nicely there. It's just like a really nice tall iron fence. And the wear on this is beautiful as well. But I've been saying that with every item, so I apologize for being so repetitive. I'm just a big fan of that. With those, there are matching gates, one for this one and one for this fence as well. I'm pretty sure that's where it goes, although it might go with this fence. I think you could probably choose which fence it goes with. It looks like it matches these wood tones, but Very nice. We have 2 new columns as well, one to match the stone and one to match the wooden fencing that we just looked at with all of the same swatches. Very nice. And with that, there is also one spandrel, which matches the stone fence. Very pretty. I like that a lot. It's a very bulky one. We only have a couple of these in the game, so it's nice to have another bulky one. And then I think the last thing in this section is that we have a new foundation. So let me just raise this up real quick so I can put down the foundation, which is this one right here. A nice stone foundation. We don't have a ton of these, so it's nice to have another one. I feel like we don't get foundations that often, so I'm really excited about this, honestly. Something that we definitely need more of in the game, and maybe an update to some of the base game ones would be nice as well. I'm not going to place down the rooms that are already made. We're just going to look through all of the items because I think it's a little bit more fun that way. So the first thing is the maelstrom bed. And oh my gosh, is this piece elegant. Look at that headboard. This is such a fancy bed and I really like it. And these are our swatches. We have a variety of different patterns on the quilts here and some different wood tones as well. It's just such a beautiful shape, and I love the color schemes going on here too. But we also have another double bed, which is the Tufted Elegance bed, and I feel like I'm going to use this one more often, but I really like both of them. This one's got some florals on it and a variety of other patterns as well, and the colors are just so beautiful. The green, these reds, I particularly like this brown and black floral one. I think that is such a gorgeous swatch, and I just feel like this is going to be a really versatile bed that I use quite a bit of. It's quite fancy, but it's gorgeous. And we got a new toddler bed, the Macabre Munchkin's Restful Night Bed, and it's adorable. Look at the string lights hanging off of this one and the little skulls on the comforter. There's also a version that has owls and moons, and of course a variety of colors on this as well. There's some ghosts on these. Oh, they are so cute. I'm really happy that we got a new toddler bed in here, but I do really wish that we got a crib for infants. We didn't get that. However, we did get a bassinet for our newborns. And this is a really cute bassinet. I'm not mad at it. I just really wish infants were included as well because it feels like they were trying to cover all of the age groups, but there's not a single bed for kids and there's not a crib for babies or infants, I guess. So I really wish that was added, but I do really like the ones that are here. And also now Sims, regardless if they're vampires or not, can sleep in a casket if they'd like. And we got a new one with this pack, and the engraving on here is so pretty. We've got a variety of swatches as you would expect. You can have that dusty pink if you'd like. And I just really like this. This is cute. Feels weird calling a casket cute, but I do like it. We also have a new poof. Beautiful. It's a very simple one, which is just very nice to have. I feel like a lot of the things in the game are a little bit too complicated in shape or color or pattern. So a nice simple poof is a nice addition. We also have a new rocking chair, and this is gorgeous. I love the pattern on it, and we have a variety of wood tones and cushion colors. We have a couple of different patterns, actually. This one's got some birds on it. We got some plain swatches as well. Just overall a nice rocking chair. It's good to have another one of those in the game. And surprisingly, even though this is a death pack and has a lot of more traditional looking furniture, we do have a new modern set that came with this. And this is the first piece, the modern Grimpressions living chair. I think this is stunning. The legs, how they come up a little bit off of the piece of furniture, and the black and brown look so nice together. We have a variety of colors, all of the ones you would expect at this point, but they're really nice. And it's just something about the pinks today. I'm really feeling that. This is the Midnight Butterfly chair. This looks kind of similar to something we have in base game, but I feel like it's a nicer version, and it's good to have some more furniture in this style. Of course, all of it in the same swatches. I just realized I'm not filtered by life and death, and it wanted to show the sitting pretty white chair, which is a base game item. So next up is this Studded Spires and Filthy Liars chair, which is just like a dining chair you can put at a table. Got all of these same wood swatches that we've seen before. Very nice. I like the shape of this one. The Modern Grimpressions office chair. So this matches the modern chair we looked at before, but it's an office chair on wheels. So nice. I feel like this is just a simple one that I really wish we had before, because the chairs we have in the game right now, I feel like they look like early 2000s, late 90s computer chairs, or they don't look comfortable, or they're a gamer chair. So having something like this, I feel like is such a needed piece that I will definitely be using a lot of. There's also a dining chair to match that set. Very pretty. and all the same swatches. We have a bigger dining chair. This is for like the end of the table, I would assume, to go with this set right here. And very, very pretty swatches. I think the details on this one is gorgeous with like the twisting on the sides there and the engraving. Very pretty. The new bar stool is one of the modern pieces to match the rest of this modern set in all of those colors. And then we're moving on to sofas. The tufted elegance sofa. This reminds me of the one we got with Cottage Living, but it's definitely a little bit different. It has some different swatches here, but I feel like they'd go really nicely together. Very similar style, and they definitely have similar swatches, but this looks so comfortable. There's a new bench probably for your graveyards. It looks like we have some llamas on the side here that have wings. It kind of looks like a griffin, honestly. I like this bench, and we only have a few stone ones in the game, I'm pretty sure. The modern Grimpressions love seat. So this goes with that same set that we've been looking at, and I really like the pillows on this and just the style of the sofa in general. It doesn't look that comfortable, but it's very pretty, so I'm okay with it. I feel like this will look nice in a lot of homes. In loving memory, a touching outdoor memorial display. So you can put this outdoor or indoors, but it's a display for your Sims to have memorials for the departed Sims, since this whole pack adds the ability to basically host funerals, which are more like wakes or memorial services. And then there's different grave sites as well that your Sims can use. So let me place these outside. Here's a couple of our grave options, and you can change the swatch on this. So if you want grass or dirt or flowers, sand, darker grassy dirt, you can change the wood tone as well, and kind of just customize it to what you'd like. And then same thing over here with the different swatches, and I'm fairly certain these have slots on them, so you can slot items to be like, oh, this Sim really likes this guy. So that's a new item I'll go over in a little bit, but that's just an idea of the slots you can put here. So you could put like some of their favorite items or leave flowers. I think it's really nice. But back to where we were, this is our new ottoman to match this set. I think this is beautiful. I love the sort of tufting it has going on there. As always, all the same matching swatches. Love the black one. And then my favorite part, we're getting into the new kitchen set. Instead of laying all of these out, I'll lay out a couple of pieces, but then I will show it to you in the room that I already built so that you can see it all work together a little bit better. So this is where I have a kitchen laid out. You can see there's even a new fridge and a new stove, a new sink, a new range hood, and these beautiful counter and cabinet pieces. So here I have it on the pink, but the main swatch is black. We have a beautiful white, brown, the green, got a blue top here, this dark red, so pretty. I feel like these are just swatches we haven't had yet, so it's really nice to see something like this in the game. And of course, we got the plain black and white at the end as well. And then all of the cabinets come in those same matching swatches. And all the extra cabinet and counter pieces I have here, I just wanted to quickly show you how to get those in case you didn't know. So if you click on your cabinet piece and click on the swatches, if you click this counter here, it shows you all the extra pieces. So you can go ahead and grab like the taller version if you wanted to place that somewhere, or the corner bits or the end pieces, all of that. The fridge has all of those swatches as well, and it blends in. I think this fridge is so cool how you can see through one side of the door and there's a skeleton freezer bunny in there, a delicious looking cake. It's just really cute. And then of course the sink matches all of the countertops so that it seamlessly blends into whatever swatch you have. So let me change it to one of these so you can see what I mean. It's a little bit, you can see it a little bit here, but I think it's pretty good. It depends on the swatch. And then the oven, you can make it match in with the counters if you'd like to. I didn't in this case. I had it be black just because I liked how it stood out, but you can make them all the same color or have like a pop of color in the middle of your kitchen. It's quite nice. And the range hood matches as well. Okay, moving on, we do have a couple of new dining tables. They look like this. A smaller, more traditional looking table in lots of nice wood tones, and then a modern marble table with some gold legs that matches the counter set. There's also a side table or a console table here that is in that marble swatch as well. Very pretty, very striking piece, honestly. Like, that's a statement piece. And there's a couple of nightstands here, or one nightstand, and then this one's technically a coffee table, but you could use it as a nightstand if you want, because nightstands in the game are massive, and this one's no exception. It's a really big nightstand, but I think it's really pretty. I like the books in the bottom and how they change swatch along with the wood tone, and then this is that coffee table. Very cute. Lots of fun colors. And then we also have a bigger coffee table here with a glass top, and it's going to have all of these beautiful wood tones that we've seen throughout, including a plain black and white and the pink that I've been really enjoying. We have 2 new desks, one that's a little bit more traditional, one that's definitely more of that modern set. Here's the back of the traditional one with all of the beautiful engravings, and then the modern one has some cute clutter up here as well as a feather pen. And here are our swatches. This is such a substantial desk. I feel like it's going to be very used in some of my home offices. It's very cute. And then I could see me using this one quite a bit in like teenagers' rooms, younger Sims rooms, apartments, just other modern spaces. I think it's really nice, particularly in the black swatch, just because I think the gold works really nicely in this pack and I like how it looks. But in general, gold is not my favorite thing. So some of these items I'm not going to use as often as others because of the gold swatches, but it's nice to have a couple that don't have the gold. Next up, we have a shelf that's a ghost. You can see the little eyes at the top, but there's also a jar with a ghost, and we do have that as a separate item. We will look at that a little bit later. Unfortunately, though, this plant is not a separate item. But regardless, the shelf is pretty cute. It has all of the matching wood tones that we saw already. And then we also have a bathroom shelving unit. We've been getting these more often, I feel like, in packs. I know there was one from Horse Ranch as well, which I really like. And this one is also gorgeous. I feel like for a long time we didn't get these, and it's nice to have some more substantial furniture for our Sims bathrooms. The Cabinet of Curiosities by Telltale Arts. This looks like sort of a filing cabinet, just a fancier one. I feel like this was probably created to go in the new, I can't think of what it's called right now, but basically when you work as a Grim Reaper. I think that's where this was created for, or maybe for the festival downtown where you can get a will written. That's another idea. And then we do have another one of these memorial displays. This one's more of an indoor one that is wooden, and it has a bunch of wood tones that we've seen already. And then this shelf. This shelf is so pretty. It matches the kitchen set with the marble and the gold, and of course all the same swatches, but I just think it's so nice. We don't have a lot of shelves in the game, or any maybe, that have this bar in the front to kind of hold items in. So that's definitely something different. It also has some lighting underneath, which is a nice touch. The Haunted Hutch by Telltale Arts. We've got a haunted hutch. This is such a gorgeous piece. Ooh, I really like the dark brown with the black accents and the pulls down there. That is beautiful. And it's nice to have a hutch where we can kind of fill it in with our own items. It's not already pre-filled with dishes and stuff. I like to customize things like that sometimes. We also have this quilted memory. So we have a nice quilt hanging up on this. I'm not sure if this is supposed to just be a quilt or if it's supposed to be like a towel you could hang up in a bathroom. I haven't used it that way yet because I'm not sure if there is some cultural significance I'm not aware of yet. It is an heirloom eligible item though. So your Sims can kind of like leave this for family members when they pass away. So that's kind of cool. And the patterns are really pretty. The Telltale Bar Back by Telltale Arts. So of course it wouldn't be a Sims pack without a new bar and a new bar back. So we actually have a couple of new bars. These are the new ones. You can see a smaller one, a larger one. The bar back and this piece have like this nice curve on top. And I do really like the clutter here. One thing that I think is really cool is this bottle and these bottles over here are separate clutter items that you can get. So they're not always stuck on here, which is really nice. I'm glad in this pack they gave us a couple of really pretty items that they also separated. Ooh, the glowing version? That feels very otherworldly. I like that. Oh, wow. The other ones are pretty too, but like there is just something special about that last swatch. Does this one have it as well? It doesn't appear to. This one's a little bit more normal, but it's really pretty. Let's check the back of it to see if there's any fun clutter behind the bar. Just a couple of bottles, and then this one has that. Very nice. All right, we also have a pedestal table. Very cute, matches our modern set. It's nice to have some smaller tables like this. I feel like we don't get these that often. We usually get the giant side tables, so nice addition. This is our new bathroom sink. I love the towel hanging there. I think having like sort of pedestal things like this, I guess it's not a pedestal, but it doesn't have cabinetry underneath. I think it's really nice to have some more of these in the game. The green is gorgeous. We already saw this sink in the kitchen, and then we do have a new shower and a new tub that match the sink that I just pulled out. And these are gorgeous. I have no notes on them. I really, really like these. Always happy to get some more things for our Sims bathrooms. Although, I mean, this is a little bit much. I said no notes, but I guess it's just not my style. But it's somebody's style, so it's good to have that. You can have like over-the-top tacky bathrooms. I think that could be fun. We did get a new cowskin journal. I don't remember the last time we got a journal. Maybe like Parenthood? It doesn't look like it has any swatches. Oh, it does. It's just for some reason you can't change them there. But there is pink, yellow, brown, red, and blue. This piece is in loving memory, a display you can put up on these memorial things or really on any service. You can change the swatch here, and then you can in gameplay populate it with a picture of the deceased on whoever you are celebrating the life of. You can get some better tarot cards through gameplay, but this is the basic one that you can buy through Build and Buy. It's the Bibbidi Basics Tarot deck, and it does not have any swatches. Just trying to figure out where to place it down, and it looks like this. Very cute. Next is the Fearless Funeral Beer by Telltale Arts, which is a place you can put like a casket up on top of. Can we place the one that's a bed up there? I don't think so. No, it's too big. But I'm pretty sure there's some decorative caskets you can put up on top of this. And it's got all of the same swatches. And we also have a podium for speeches and stuff at the funeral services. Next up, we have a couple of new kids equipment for outside. We have a new monkey bars in this metal. There's also a new swing set here, which is wooden. And then we also have a metal swing set. These are so nice. And I understand why they added them. It feels like a weird pack to add them, but like ghost kids swinging on a swing, that's kind of creepy and perfect for this pack. So very nice pieces. This is the Crypt of Eternity. You can place this in your graveyards, and it's got like places for your Sims to, I believe, store urns in it. And your Sims can also woohoo in there if you'd like to. I missed that from The Sims 3, so I'm glad that's back. This is the Skygazer's Rest, which is basically a towel for your Sims to lay down and like look at the sky. It's got some really pretty swatches. You could probably use this as a beach towel, I would assume, as well if you have island living, but I really like the swatches on that. We have a memorial cannon. The firing of a cannon at a funeral is known for its symbolism. It's pumped in a really cool way to get attention and set the tone. Not something I've heard of before, but cool item to have. The pole in the dark. I know it just looks like a pole. Let me see if I can find the item that attaches to it. It's for a new set of string lights that come with this pack. Here it is. The lights in the dark. So if you just kind of place those at the same spot, they line up, and we have some new string lights, which are really pretty. And here are the swatches on those. We got some fun, colorful ones, some plain ones, and I really like the red. There are so many items in this pack. Serenity Memorial Wreath. So if you want to put up a wreath at your funerals, this is what that looks like. Of course, it's got lots of beautiful swatches here for us to enjoy, and kind of pick whatever matches your Sims. Oh, this is actually probably what the pole is for. I think it's for both. They have the same pole, but there's a banner here. You can change to a variety of different scenes for whatever you have in mind. I love the ghosts. That is so cute. Yeah, that's pretty. Ravenwood Artisan Signboard. I love when we get more of these little chalkboards in the game. Oh, the little ghost. That's adorable. Lots of fun swatches here for whatever your Sims need. Like if you want to set up some tarot reading, that's a good sign for services. Or try it before you die casket sale, which is actually a thing in this game now. I feel like that's the sign for that. Of course, in a death pack, we're going to get a bunch of new gravestones. So here are those. So many. And all of these have swatches. So you can change the color and if it has things growing on it or not, how long it's been there, like really tell that story of the Sims and like when they passed, and you know, get to pick the style of their grave. And also with the latest update that came out for the Sims, you're actually able to pick gravestones from other cults too, so you can really customize that. The memorial things I showed inside, you can buy them already populated with items if you prefer. So there's these two versions right here. And I think I skipped over this mushroom guy earlier when I was talking about him, so we'll just quickly look at his swatches. Very, very cute. I believe this is the casket that can go on the casket stand we were talking about before. Yeah, it fits up there perfectly. So this has a bunch of swatches as well, and I'm pretty sure you can also in gameplay add either a cloth over the top or a floral arrangement. And speaking of floral arrangements, we have a few new ones in this pack. First is this one, which just gorgeous. I love the vase. I love the colors on the stems. I feel like it's very modern, and I'm going to overuse this. Just simply put, that is beautiful. There's also some wheat stalks in a vase here. Also very pretty. I feel like we have a couple of like full-size versions of this. In the game, we have a couple of pampas grass items that are large plants, so having a tabletop version is nice. And then we also have some ethereally enigmatic flowers. They're just a couple of roses in a vase here, and I think the swatches here are really pretty as well. They really just match everything else, and very pretty. I want to say there's one more flower somewhere, so we'll probably come back to this. But first, we're gonna take a peek at our new deconstruction items. So there are some new pieces you can put on your walls to make them look more distressed and worn down, and these all have the same swatches, or these gray ones only have the one swatch, but they really help tell that story that your space is kind of falling apart and you can scale them up, and I still think they look really good that way, so very welcome addition. The Whispering Shadows Bloom decal. So there's this beautiful decal that has all sorts of flowers and stuff on it in a variety of patterns and swatches, and this is really pretty. I haven't used it a lot yet, but I'm excited to figure out some ways to use this. I feel like a mirror right above this would be gorgeous. The Ravenwood Underground Grunge. Oh my gosh. Grim posters. I love these. I feel like these work for this pack. This works for a variety of different interests. I could definitely see these in a teen's room or even like a werewolf space. I just really like those. And then the Pride tarot prints. We have posters, framed posters of like all of the tarot cards. They are so cool. And I was really excited about this because right before this pack came out, or I guess right before it was announced, The Sims sent some creators, myself included, Sims tarot cards. 3 of them that are in the game. They sent us like printed versions of them, and they are so cool. I'll point out the 3 that I got. This is one of them right here, the Death card. I'm not super versed in tarot, so I'm not sure if this is all of the cards. Definitely let me know if you are. I also got this one right here. We also have the back of the card. So cool. Oh, this is the other card that I got. These 3, The Sims sent me in the mail, and I love that we have all of this. It's beautiful artwork, and it's just really cool to have. This is the Grimspiration gallery wall. This is for the Grim career, so you can see Employee of the Month every month has been Grim himself, no surprise there. And lots of pictures of him. We have some awards of completion, and just some cool clutter for that office space. I also really like this one. The Death of Shame by Onyx. So this is a new art piece as well, and it's just gorgeous. I love the vibes of this. The flowers, the Grim Reaper, the birds. So nice. Next is this new mirror here. It's a metal mirror. Lots of matching swatches to other metal items in the game. Very cute. If you don't want ghosts on your property, we now have a no ghost allowed sign. Lots of swatches on this as well. I think this is really silly. There's also a Raven tarot tent, and it's just a decoration for you to put down if you want to decorate spaces for your Sims who might be doing some tarot readings. It's quite cute. There's also the writer's quill, which is attached to one of the desks. Yeah, this one right here. But you also have an independent version if you want to place it anywhere, and it comes with a couple sheets of paper under it. And then here are those nectar bottles I had mentioned before. We have these separated, which is so nice for cluttering up shelves and counters. I just very happy to have those. We also have a Freezer Bunny's Grim Day Out. Little Freezer Bunny guy right there. And the little ghost. I love that we have that separate as well. And he actually changes color in the separate version. You can have him be white, black, blue, or red. We have some new rugs, which I'm very excited about. We have a large version and a small version of the same rug right here. And these swatches are just stunning. We have a couple of different patterns as well as colors, plain black. And then there's a round rug, and I think this is my favorite one in the game. Some of them are round, some are not, and the patterns, they are just absolutely gorgeous. I love this rug so much. I think this might be my favorite swatch. It's just beautiful. Another beautiful thing is the new fireplace we got in this pack. This is the Dawn's Fireplace by Telltale Arts, and once again with the engravings. So incredibly beautiful. A little creepy for some households, but I think it fits for this pack and is definitely different than anything we've already had. The new curtains that come with this pack are not under the curtain category. They're like wall art because they have extra wood around them, so they're more structural pieces than just curtains. And here are the swatches. I think they're cool, but I kind of wish they weren't like this, or there was a separate curtain and a separate wooden piece, because trying to match the swatch of the color curtain you want to the wood tone that matches your house is going to be difficult if it's not the same. They're not going to work always. We have a new incense, which is called Since You've Been Gone, which is right here. Sorry, I had to. I love the titles on some of these, so you can burn some incense. This is also a new urn that we got. And here are those swatches. Beautiful. And then the Studded Trunk of Secrets. I love a good trunk in real life and in The Sims, so nice to have another one of these. We got crows in this pack. This is Grim Standard Ascendant Crow, and there's a special one you can get at some point. I'm not sure exactly how through gameplay, but I did find it in Debug, so I'll probably grab that in a little while. But there are different swatches for the stand the crow is on, but you can now have a pet crow. And your kids can have Nibbles the Grim Turn. So this is a new plushie, much like Blarfy, but he is a bunny dressed as the Grim Reaper, or a Grim Turn, which is like the lowest level of the Grim Reaper career. Ooh, a new TV stand. I love the style of this. This like sort of modern set we got is absolutely gorgeous, and just loving all of the swatches here. There is a new grandfather clock, very fancy. I quite like this. I'm not going to point out every swatch I like anymore because I tend to like all of the same ones. We did already see the fridge and the stove, the range hood. Oh, there's also a dishwasher, which was placed in that kitchen as well. Yeah, this one right here. So here are those swatches, same as all of the other items. And then we have some bookends here, some crows holding up some books, and here are all of those swatches. I think this is a really cute item. Always happy to get some more books. We also got a new kids bookcase. Look at the little kid dressed as a crow and the ghost on that box. So cute. Of course, there's different swatches here, and I think this is going to be really fun for your kids' bedrooms. I really like this one. And then there are some like regular bookcases as well in 2 different wall heights. They match pretty much all of the swatches and the style of furniture throughout the rest of the pack. So that is them. Very cute. I like that there's different swatches for the books too. So if you put 2 of these next to each other, they're not going to have the same swatches. The TV stand we saw also has a matching dresser. Same swatches and everything. It's just a bulkier item for your Sims to use as a dresser. And then we just have the lighting down here and the items that are locked behind the career. So these are our new candles. I love the triangle base on these, and the swatches are quite nice as well. We have a new lantern. Here are those swatches. This new lamp has a little bird, so precious. And of course it has all of these metals we've been seeing. And then there is this beautiful modern light fixture here. I love this one so much. And it actually has a matching ceiling light as well. So if you want it on the floor or on the ceiling, this pack has got you covered. Same swatches, beautiful. We have a torch, which in live mode, there would be fire coming out of that. And then there is this large bar light, a beautiful chandelier, and a few wall lights. So here's the bar light. It's gonna look really nice with, you know, the bars that came in this game or in this pack. And then the chandelier, it's stunning. It's massive, so it's gonna only fit in some homes, but it's very pretty. And then lastly, we have our wall lights. Got a candle and a couple of other sconces here. So here's the candle. Maybe I shouldn't have put them all next to each other because now it's just kind of blown out over here, but lots of metals. This one here also has those same metals, some worn swatches if you want to put them outside and have the story of like it rusted over time. This one's a really interesting shape. Kind of looks like a crystal ball or something. I quite like that. The green. And then this one is quite pretty as well. Honestly, the shape of this one kind of reminds me of some of the items we got from Journey to Batu, but I do like it. And then these are career unlocks from the Reaper career, and I'm going to unlock those. If you just type in bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement, it's a long one, and then click enter. And then I'm just going to reopen this catalog here, filtering by life and death, and those will all be unlocked now. So the first is the Murphy membrane. It's an anatomy relic. Looks like this. Interesting. Don't know when I would use that, but cool to have. There's also the Corpus Commendations, which is like an award for the career. Cool. And then the one I like the most is the Grimm's Timeless Hourglass. This is so cool. I love this hourglass item. I could definitely see myself decorating with this. Just like an hourglass is a cool item to put on a shelf, and we've never had that before, so happy to have that. I think that's everything in the regular catalog. I'm going to quickly just double check that, and then we're going to go through debug. I think so, but let me know if I missed anything. All right, so to get into debug, we're going to type in bb.show hidden objects, and then we're also going to look in live edit, so bb.show live edit objects. Click enter, and then we're going to type debug down here, select any of those, and these are going to be our items. I'm filtered by life and death, so we're only seeing things from there. Some of these items are going to be like nothing or like shells of buildings and not very exciting, so I'll skip a lot of that. But anything that I think is interesting that you might want to use at some point, I'll point out. Like these low-lying bushes in this like purpley pink swatch, so pretty. This one doesn't want to place for some reason because it doesn't have the correct footprint. Sometimes debug items are not created properly, but this one's really pretty. We got some trees. A lot of these we already have in game from other packs, just like background trees, but still nice to have. Got this giant bridge item for like a railroad, it looks like. Ooh, some really cool dead trees. This one's new to this pack. I really like that one. That's going to look nice in like some scary houses. A different swatch of this tree from base game. A bunch of these things we already have in game, but still nice to have. Ooh, that's a really cool bridge. This item, That's definitely new. Got some little fence pieces here. This one, these are kind of cool. You can do like individual ones too if you want to build your own. Some like rocks coming up from the ground. We have a nice light. Ooh, this bush is beautiful. A rose bush with black roses. Love that. Got a new like fence piece if you want to put this in your public areas. That's quite nice. Got this little shelter, fallen down tree, bunch of little grass pieces, and this is from Cottage Living, but if you don't have Cottage Living, now you have these couple of items. New swatch of this flower. There's originally a purple version of this in Debug with high school years, so that's new. Nice little orange tree. This little guy. Ooh, massive fountain that looks like this. That's really pretty. Oh my gosh, look at the goats. I like that. Some more like bridge pieces, a little vent, a new swatch of this base game Debug fence and gate situation, some lights, this giant head. He appears in this world, so he's in Debug. We got a broken bridge, a repaired bridge, a boat, a dead bush, some more bushes. That is so cool. That's going to work really nicely for some more like haunted builds. I also have this fence with the end pieces, this little shrub that's a little bit more sparse and a duller color. And then I think this is to make some more fence pieces or just a separate one there. Oh, wow. Look at the goat. I love that. Some broken down tree branches and trees. Oh, wow. Look at this one. I really like that. That's scary. Big orange tree. Not like a tree to grow oranges. It's got orange leaves on it. Debug versions of a couple of base game items here. These little stone paths. I'm pretty sure your Sims are not going to be able to walk on these. We've gotten similar things with other packs before, and your Sims just can't navigate on them. I'm not sure on that, but that tends to be how that works. Some more of this type of tree. We got this really pretty red flower here. A curved fence. Some more like stone pieces. More dead bushes, a brighter version of that, and then like an alive and dead version here of this bush. Very cute. Another one of these single fence pieces, other colors of that tree, some columns that have fallen down. That's really cool. This could be fun for builds. Debug versions of some of the fences and gates that we got in the pack, some base game trees. This new planter, that's quite nice. It looks like we have some boxes of stuff. I'm assuming this is for the Grim Turn career. Those are cute. This plant here, a double wide version of one of the fence things we just looked at. Another Debug fence. These are really nice. And then there's these grass pieces. This is a dead rose bush. We have something very similar with vampires, like in their regular catalog. And then there are some dead plants coming out of this planter here, or maybe it's mud or water. I'm not sure, but that's really pretty. We also have this little fire piece, Debug fence. I think there was a plant. Yeah, there's a plant in one of these and then an empty version. We have some vines. These are the same ones that came with Cottage Living. You can just place these on your buildings, and then some more open fences. Another variant of this, like I said, the one from high school years is purple. This one's more of a blue. There's an orange color variant of this flower. Here's the red. There's the orange. This is also like a darker or like paler version of a base game plant, so it looks more dead. This one too. This is a decorated version of one of the caskets. You can see like a flower arrangement on top, and then here are some of the other colors you can select through gameplay of those in here. A Debug version of the black rug, so if you need a free rug, that would be a good option, except now I can't click it now that I've placed it down. So keep that in mind with some Debug items. Also a Debug version of this sign, and it does come with different swatches. Same thing with like the lights and stuff in here. You can grab those from Debug, and some of the plants, candles. I'm assuming that's because some of them are placed around the world on grave sites. That would make sense to me. Lots of just like random items in here, honestly. Got this glowing light. Some of the swatches of the rug are in here. Some rocks, like really massive rocks. Those are all in here if you would like to grab them. And then I'm just seeing if there's anything else down here, because there's probably some Debug items, which are usually items your Sims like produce in gameplay. So like when they're pouring coffee, there's the coffee bag from base game. And then there's some stuff from around the world. So this is the Well of Longing and Regret, which is existent in the world, as is this. If you work in the Grim Turn career, this is an item from that, the Scrying Bowl. This is the Grimbrosia plant. Very pretty. There's also this fancy tree that's somewhere in the world. Place it down over here so you can get a better look at it. And that is called the Guardian Tree. There's also the Tarot Tome Shrine. And, you know, some more Debug buildings from around if you want to get some inspiration from some of those builds. That's always a nice way to start. There's some like Debug versions of the tarot cards, just some more of this kind of stuff, a giant version of the goat statue. Some of the books your Sims can read or write. There's like a new horror book situation going on, so that's there. There's also this statue of Grim. Well, it looks like Grim anyway. Or a ghost cow plant. You can grab that out of Debug now too, if you'd like to just immediately have a ghost cow plant. That's definitely an option. I'm sure there's things I missed in here. I didn't go through absolutely everything, but that's the bulk of what's in Debug and the bulk of what is in this pack. So I hope this was helpful for you. Also, this is the Netherworld portal, so your Sims can, you know, get their soul quota if they're working as a Grim Turd. Let me know what you're thinking of this pack. If you're thinking of getting it, I would love to know. I mean, there's little dead frog. What's he called? Death Frog. Appropriate. Let me know what you're thinking of this one. If it's one you're planning to pick up or not, I would love to know. Let's discuss in the comments. And remember, if you're considering getting this and you found this review helpful, please consider using my code Gryphi at checkout. It's a free way to support me as a creator, so thank you so much. And let's chat in the comments about this pack. Are you excited about it? Are you picking it up? I'd love to know. I can't wait to build with this more and play more. So keep an eye out on the channel. I should have a speed build out later today, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.